Hey, Tubies, it's Psyche Bob. Well, you know, if I'm hugging the zodiac wheel, you know what time it is. It's time for horoscopes. That's right. We're going to spin around our big zodiac wheel today and see what's in the stars for you. Whoa, I'm knocking stuff over. I'm so excited. Well, before we get into all that, I just got to give a big shout out and say thank you. Thank you to all of you who came out to the videos the last few days. We had a really good weekend. On Friday, we had UFO Friday. That was really cool. On Saturday, we had our Saturday Night Seance, and we had a Ouija board seance. And for those of you who've been writing and saying, what's that book again? Ouija Mysteries. This is my book. It deals with seance work. So if you didn't see Saturday Seance, check that out. And also go to my website and check out that book. And also another book that deals with seance phenomena is Messages from Rose. So you can get both of those. So that was Saturday. Get those at my website. Link in the box below. Saturday was a seance. Sunday we had the witching hour. That was a lot of fun. And now here it is, time for Monday for horoscopes. So if you guys didn't see the last few days, you got to catch up. Anyways, I hope you'll watch and hope you'll watch this as well. Well, we're going to spin around our big zodiac wheel. Now, for those of you who are new here, this is a weekly tradition. Every Monday, I put out horoscopes, and I give a little psychic snapshot, an overview of what's going on this week astrologically, and then I give individual horoscopes for all 12 zodiac signs. So we're going to go around the wheel, and everybody watching today, you will get a horoscope for your sign. So I hope you'll join us. Now, just to clarify, some people are saying, Bob, how do you do these horoscopes? Where do you get them from? I do my own horoscopes. Astrology is a hobby for me, and I sit down, I look at the transits, I see what the energies are, and I put together the horoscopes. So these are unique to my channel. I don't take them from any other astrologer, and they're unique to me. You won't get them anywhere else. So I hope you'll be here every Monday for your horoscopes, okay? Now, just to clarify again, today's horoscopes are for Monday, January 8th, 2018, through Sunday, January 14th, 2018. So that's our time frame, okay, for everything in this video. Well, I'm so glad you're here. Well, you know, we're starting off today. It's Monday, and today, Monday the 8th, we've got our sun in Capricorn. Happy birthday, Capricorn babies. And we've got our moon in Libra. A wonderful combination. Capricorn energy gets everything motivated. Libra is great communications energy. So it's going to be a powerful day for communications. We've also got our sun conjunct Venus, which means there's going to be good rapport between people today. And our sun is conjunct Pluto, which means that people will be able to grasp the bigger picture and see the long-term picture. We've got Mercury trine Uranus today, and Mercury's the communication planet. Uranus is in its favorable aspects, so it's a lot of inspiration, a lot of insight. So today is positive communications day. Keep it on the upbeat, keep it on the positive. People will be with you, and you will have great support and success today in connecting with others. You know, this week has got a lot of powerful transits. Now, on Tuesday, the 9th, we've got our moon still in Libra, and we've got Mars conjunct Jupiter, and that's a powerful aspect. And the moon is square Pluto. Now, what this means is you want to be very focused on what's in front of you now and immediate success. That moon in Libra opens up communications between people. And the moon conjunct Jupiter means that we're going to really have firepower to bring blessing, prosperity, good business day. You'll find that on Tuesday you're able to get through projects pretty quickly. There's a lot of inspiration. Our moon is square Pluto, which means some people may have trouble grasping the longer term image. So kind of keep everything focused on right now, what's happening in the effect of the moment, and that will get people on your team, okay? Good day for that, for communications and for business projects to get finalized. On Wednesday, we have an interesting thing going on. We've got Mercury is trine Uranus that day. And Mercury is the planet that brings powerful communications. Uranus brings inspiration. So this is a day where, you know, you want to be open to a lot of changes. We've got Venus square Uranus, and this means that people may be a little challenging, but if you can kind of just go with the flow and not get too entrenched in your position and your view, you're going to get through the day just fine. It's going to be kind of a day where things are a little shifting, a little radical in some ways. Be open to sudden change. And, there may be like turnabouts of plans, but just lay loose that day. Don't get, as I said, don't get entrenched in your position. You'll coast through it just fine, okay? People that are going to be less flexible may have some challenges on Wednesday. Once we get into Thursday, the 11th here, we've got our Sun conjunct Venus, which is really powerful. That's love energy and that's positive relationships. It means feeling good and looking good. We've got our Sun conjunct Pluto, which means there's a lot of power for long-term staying power. And we've got our Moon tri-Neptune, which is that deep soul energy. Thursday, the 11th, is the love day. This is the day to think about relationships, about friendships, about long-term connections with people. If you ask somebody on a date on Thursday, it's a love day. You're going to have good luck. Okay, so Thursday's our love day this week. As we go into Friday, this is going to be probably one of our most challenging days of the week. Will be Friday. Now, don't get scared about it, but we've got Mercury conjunct Saturn. That's a favorable aspect. And that means that our words must be couched in carefulness and wisdom. Take things slow this day because we've got our Sun square Uranus and we've got Venus square Uranus. Uranus in its favorable aspect brings inspiration, but in its negative aspect, which it is here in the Sun and Venus transits, it brings in kind of radical extremism and oversensitivity. So people will be a little hyper, a little on edge. You got to take things slow. Keep your words gentle. Keep your words loving. Keep your words simple. Don't get too complex. People can't focus that day. Slow everything down. That's Saturn energy. Saturn is the brakes of the zodiac. It will give you the power just to slow everything down and you'll get through. People are going to be a little touchy that day, so be very gentle with everybody, okay? As we get into Saturday, things get back on a more even keel because we've got our Sun conjunct Venus, and then our Sun is conjunct Pluto. Conjunction is a favorable aspect. That Sun gives extra power to the planetary energy. Sun conjunct Venus means you're going to feel good. You're going to have good rapport with people. Sun conjunct Pluto means everybody can kind of be in harmony and see longer-term goals, longer-term pictures and unity. This is the day for personal connections, and it's a good day to get things back on track. If on Friday things went askew because of those weird Uranian transits, this on Saturday you can get things back in balance, okay? So not to fear, it just takes a little time. Saturday, if you have to set things out Friday, Saturday, things get back on track. Once we get to Sunday, this is the blessing of the money day. This is our prosperity day this week. Sunday is naturally the day of the sun, but this week we've got the Moon trine Uranus, which again brings in the power of blessing in a favorable aspect, inspiration, insight, breakthroughs, and then we've got Mars conjunct Jupiter. Mars is firepower, bringing blessings, so it's a very upbeat, very positive day on Sunday. You can look for financial success, business success, breakthroughs, happiness, okay? So we end the week on Sunday on a good note here, okay? So there's our little psychic snapshot. Now, we are going to spin around the zodiac wheel. This is my wheel. Some of you haven't seen this. It's got all 12 signs of the zodiac, and there's the sun in the center, and all the signs rotate. This is how it is in the heavens, the belt of the zodiac. Star systems rotate around the sun. So definitely, look at this. Now, if you don't know what your sign is, listen up, because after each zodiac sign, I'm going to give the birth date range, so that way you'll know what your sign is. Okay, now, I get it all the time. People say, well, Psychic Bob, I'm on the cusp because one zodiac says I'm this sign and one says I'm that sign. I don't know. Listen to both. If you're on the cusp, listen to both because really cusp babies have the energy of both sides. So you get two horoscopes, okay? Don't let it stress you. Just let it bless you, all right? Well, we're going to spin around the wheel here. Now, our first sign on the wheel is Aries, and Aries is March 21st to April 20th. Aries, this week, you're going to have to be in patient mode. You're going to have to slow everything down. Aries, you have a lot of firepower, but there's a lot of that Uranian influence is clashing with firepower. And so for you this week, you want to just take everything slow. Don't get hyper. Don't get caught up in everybody's drama. In work, you really want to just be mellow, chilled out, mellow, relaxed. Same thing in relationships because your partner or potential partner may be jumping ahead and you might be like, oh, wait, you're misunderstanding things. Just take everything slow. Tell everybody around you, Aries, this week. That's interesting. Let me think about that. Give yourself time before you make any responses. In work and in relationships, you're going to have a better time this week. Also highlighted for Aries this week are issues connected to land purchases or investment in property. So, this is something where, that Jupiter influence is working in your favor. Bring some prosperity, some investment potential your way, okay? So anyways, work with your financial advisor, but it looks like there's a lot of energy around investments, particularly related to real estate or land. Your key word this week, Aries, is patience. All right. Our next site is Taurus. That's April 21st to May 20th. Taurus, this week, you also, like the Aries, you're going to have to slow everything down. But don't just feel like, oh, I'm on hold. Your time is really rest time. And this means pamper yourself. Give yourself some luxury this week. Taurus, you know how to indulge when you want to indulge. And this would be a good week to give yourself a day at the spa, have your hair done, pick out some new clothes, treat yourself to some champagne and chocolates. Really give yourself a little treat every day. Not only will this bring you into harmony with your higher self, you're going to have a better rapport. In terms of work, you're going to find that, you can't push things this week. People are not ready to commit until they feel like they want to commit. So in the meantime, don't stress yourself out about it. Just float through the time. Give yourself some luxury. In relationships, you've got a really good energy this week, Taurus, for romance. That luxury is drawing people to you who want nurturing and love. So it's a good time to enter into new beginnings and love for you this week. If you're in a relationship, pamper your special someone. Give them all the luxury that you're enjoying for yourself, and they're sure to appreciate it, okay? Also highlighted for Taurus this week are issues connected to writing. So, Taurus, if you've been thinking about wanting to capture your ideas on paper, go ahead and do it. It's a good time. Your key word this week, Taurus, is luxuriate. Ooh, isn't that great? I wish I was a Taurus. I like that. All right. Our next sign is Gemini, and that's May 21st to June 20th. Geminis, you have been biting your tongue for the last few weeks. In the work situation, there are things that you think, if only I could tell the boss this, if only I could tell my coworker this, but you've been a little hesitant. Now is the time for you to literally step up and speak your mind. Bring your peace, your knowledge, your wisdom to the forefront now. Tell people what you think and how you feel. If the bosses ask you for an honest assessment about a situation, don't hold back. Just give it to them because they're hearing you and it will be well received, okay? In the area of relationships, also, Gemini, this is a time where you want to think about sharing your heart. Geminis are great communicators, but a lot of their energy is mental, and sometimes they have trouble expressing from the heart. And so, Gemini, focus on that heart energy this week and speak everything from the heart rather than the mind. Sometimes you'll get a different message coming from your heart than comes from your head. Trust your heart this week. That's where power is. Also highlighted for Geminis this week are issues connected to creative writing, particularly like poetry or songwriting. So let the spirit move through you and create something beautiful. Your keyword this week, Gemini, is express. All right. Our next sign is Cancer, and that's June 21st to July 22nd. Cancers, you're already ahead of the game. In work, Cancer, this is going to be a time where you don't have to fear. Cancers need to understand that all the hard work they've done the last few months is starting to pay off now. And some of your ideas that may have been thought of as unorthodox by your supervisors are going to come back around this week. And people say, remember that project you told me about that I dismissed? Well, Cancer, be ready because it's coming back around. And so your ideas will be proven to have had wisdom. So now you get to sit back and watch other people say, well, I guess that Cancer person was right about that, okay? So just know that, have confidence in your ideas, trust your inner voice, you're going to succeed in work. In the area of relationships, also Cancer, you have a very strong psychic link right now with your partner. just speak mind to mind. If you have a little trouble telling somebody how you feel, maybe you have a crush on somebody, like you're a single Cancer, speak to their spirit, and then later on you can talk to them when the time's right. But you definitely have good rapport. You have magnetic quality drawing people to you this week. So be open to new love, new beginnings there, okay? And if you're a Cancer in a challenged relationship, this is a time for emotional healing as well and true understanding. Your key word this week, Cancer, is win. All right. Our next sign is Leo, July 23rd to August 22nd. You know, Leos, you're sharing a little bit of similar energy with the Cancers, and that you really want to tap into that heart emotion and share it right now. Leos, you're great performers, but your challenge sometimes is that you don't let people come close. You keep them in the audience at a distance off the stage. And now it's time for you to come off the stage and connect with your audience one-on-one. There's going to be a lot of energy around you this week in business as well as in personal life, connected to heart-to-heart connection, heart-to-heart sharing. So definitely be open to sharing, be open to love, be open to communication. It's a very deep feeling week for Leos, but they have to be open and be willing to be a little vulnerable. And you know, Leo, you can do that, okay? Also highlighted for Leos this week are issues connected to travel. So maybe, Leo, you've been feeling like the spirit is calling you to a faraway destination. Take that special someone with you and spend time with them at that space and let the energy of that space bring healing and open communication. Your key word this week, Leo, is emote. All right. Our next sign is Virgo, and that's August 23rd to September 22nd. You know, Virgos, this week you're feeling restless. You want to go, go, go. If you can, try to get out of the office or, your place of work as much as you can. If you can take some personal days and just get away, that would be great for you. But even if you can't get away from your work right now, Virgo, try to break up your day. Like, for example, think like, well, at lunch I can go out to a different place I've never been. Give yourself downtime to explore new places, new locales, and have interactions with people you've never talked to before. This is going to make the week a lot more productive, a lot more positive. If you keep the same old routine, Virgo, it's going to be a down week. So you're going to have to break it up, and I suggest trying these things. In the area of relationships, Virgo, right now may be a little challenging this week in terms of connecting with people. You may not feel grounded in a sense of wanting to move forward in a relationship. And so be patient with yourself. Nobody's going to go anywhere. Just take your time. Honor yourself this week. In the coming weeks, you'll have a better energy in terms of romance and relationships. But for right now, focus on you, your balance, your knowledge, your wisdom, your grounding, and you're going to rock it, okay? Also highlighted for you this week are issues connected to art and art appreciation. So on one of your weekday outings, you might want to pop to a local museum or an art gallery and enjoy the art. Your key word this week, Virgo, is travel. Okay. Our next sign is Libra, and that's September 23rd to October 22nd. You know, Libras, this is a week where you understand the delicate balance in relationships. In the work area, people may be a little oversensitive. As a Libra, you're going to really feel that. Honor that, pay attention to it, and be very gentle with everybody. People are going to lean on you, Libra, this week for emotional support, for friendship, for guidance. Be that wisdom keeper for them. Be present for them. And you're going to find that you bring that balance to work area and in personal relationships as well. There's a lot of give and take this week with your friends. And as a friend, you're going to realize, like, I need to help this person, and I need to help that person. And this person and that person need to help me. And there's going to be a wonderful exchange of energy, of friendship and support. So this is going to be a good week for you. And as long as you can kind of keep that center and know that the energy you're putting out comes back, you're going to be nurtured and balanced yourself, okay? Also highlighted for Libras this week are issues connected to marketing or design. So maybe you're somebody who, for example, does, has a business, want to create a new logo for yourself or a new look, a new website. A lot of energy for creative design, particularly in the marketing of businesses. Your keyword this week, Libra, is, no surprise here, balance. All right. Our next sign is Scorpio, October 23rd to November 21st. Scorpios, this is intellectual week for you. You're going to be really wanting to seek knowledge. Be a sponge, absorb knowledge, observe people, observe interactions, observe processes, and take all of this into you, because as you do, you're going to gain a lot of insight as to the energy around you, around your work. Particularly in work, this is going to be helpful, because as you understand people's processes and you understand people's, kind of methodologies, it gives you the edge in dealing with them, so you know what they like and what they don't like. Observation is going to be very key for you this week to kind of see and study and analyze patterns around you. In the area of relationships also, this is normally Scorpios operate from such a deep heart place. This week I want you to detach and be a little mental, because as you understand your partner or potential partner from an intellectual place, it will sink into your heart and give you more power later on. So it's going to be more of a mental week rather than an emotional week, but it's going to be good for you. It'll balance out your energies. Also highlighted for Scorpios this week are issues connected to long-term investments, such as retirement accounts or savings accounts. So good time to explore financing future investments, future savings. Your key word this week, Scorpio, is study. Study the people and situations. Okay. Our next sign is Sagittarius, and that's November 22nd to December 21st. Sagittarius, this week you want to kind of focus on the gifts of the spirit. You as a Sagittarius have power, and it's a good week for you to evaluate where are your gifts. What is your spiritual power? What is your intellectual power? What is your physical power? Understanding what gifts you bring to people is important, because Sagittarius tends to be a sign that's a little more humble, and they try to put other people before themselves. This week I want Sagittarius, I encourage you, the stars encourage you, to focus on understanding yourself, your ability, your power, your gifts. This will bring a lot of help to you this week. You're going to notice that people enter around you in the workplace, particularly where you're going to say, you know what, I have to handle this person differently than other people. You're going to be very acutely aware that each person that enters your sphere of influence this week needs special attention. So treat each person as a special snowflake, as they say. And that's going to help you really win friends and influence people. In the area of relationships as well, Sagittarius, not the best week for romance, to be honest. It's going to be more of a self-reflective week rather than an outer world romance week. So just be at peace with that. In the coming weeks, energy picks up around that for you. Also highlighted for Sagittarius this week are issues connected to occult studies. So if you've been wanting to learn astrology or spiritualism or witchcraft, anything mystical, good week for that. Your key word this week, Sagittarius, is special. What is special about you? Think about that. All right, our next sign is Capricorn, December 22nd to January 19th. Capricorns, you have a little energy like the Virgos this week. This is going to be a little bit of a restless week, and it would be very good for Capricorns to break up their routine. Try not to do the same old, same old. You need to break out of ruts and cycles now that no longer serve you. As it's a new year, it's a new energy. It's a very good week for Capricorns who want to do career changes. There's a lot of energy right now around Capricorns that show looking at new ways to bring prosperity, new ways to do work, new ways to live life. And so it's really a week for radical concepts, radical changes, radical, transformation. So if you're a Capricorn, you've been thinking, finally, this year, I know I'm going to break out of that old 5-year cycle. Now is your time to do it. Okay, be ready for it. Also, I have to say the energy applies in relationships. Not that I encourage cheating, but Capricorns, you may find this week that your heart is taking you in a different direction than where you are currently. And if you're in a relationship that's no longer working, you might want to be open to making choices about transition there, okay? Interestingly, for Capricorns that are single, there's also a lot of energy around flirtation this week and new beginnings too. So, be open to love. Also highlighted for Capricorns this week are issues connected to travel, particularly travel for spiritual retreats. Okay. Your key word this week, Capricorn, is explore. Explore the options out there. Okay. Our next sign, Aquarius, January 20th to February the 18th. Aquarius, this week, there's so much energy. That Uranian energy is really stimulating you. You're feeling uplifted, you're feeling inspired, you're feeling creative. The greatest challenge for Aquarius is just to kind of focus down this week. In work, Aquarius, don't try to do everything. Nobody's expecting you to. Just take your time, do one thing, and then move on to the next. Now, I know a lot of jobs, they say everybody has to multitask these days. Aquarius, just ignore that. You be laser focused this week, and you'll break through and be successful. Everybody else will be running around half getting things done, and you'll be miles ahead. It's because you have that laser eye focus right now. That's really important, particularly in work. In the area of love for Aquarius also this week, Aquarius, you're going to have a lot of air energy, a lot of flirtation energy, a lot of fun. But if you really want to get into a relationship, you're going to have to also kind of narrow down and be a little more serious and focused. And it won't be hard for you. You're natural communicators of the zodiac, and you know how to establish rapport with people. So be your charming Aquarius self this week, but try to keep your focus. Don't get scattered in your thoughts. You'll rock it. Now, as I've told you, Aquarius, before, you're also natural channels. So this might be a good time to channel in the light to help you focus. Work with the third eye chakra this week. That will help you focus, okay? If you don't know what I'm talking about, look up the chakras and look up third eye chakra, okay? All right, your key word this week, Aquarius, is focus. Laser eye. All right, our next sign is Pisces, February 19th to March 20th. Pisces, similar to Aquarius, you've got that third eye energy working for you. You right now, Pisces, are in manifestation mode. This week for you is about getting the blessings. Very strong week for material success for Pisces. If you've been looking for a job, this is a great week for interviews for Pisces. It's a great week to, send out resumes. Pisces want to be physically present, but the secret is before you go to interviews, before you do anything, send out resumes, visualize, look ahead through your psychic eye, your third eye, and see if you see yourself being in that company, see what your vibrations are, and then send out your resume or go to the interview. It'll be interesting because you'll see how psychic you are this week. Okay. In the area of relationships, Pisces, also, this is a week where it's like you can conjure a new beginning in love. Literally visualize yourself in a place of joy. If you're a single Pisces or you've come out of a relationship and are having some struggles emotionally, this is a time to start new. Okay. New year, new life, new love. Okay. And for those of you who are in relationships, visualize, take in your mind's eye, remember how it felt when you first met your partner and fell in love. That energy will be present again if you focus on it, okay? Also highlighted for Pisces this week are issues connected to business development. So if you're a Pisces, as you dream it, you create it. It's a good time to start your own business. Your key word this week, Pisces, is visualize. Third eye power. Oh my gosh, guys, can you believe that? We went around the whole zodiac wheel. Wasn't that amazing? Listen, I say it all the time, but I really have to repeat it. If you're at a time of struggle in your life, don't give in to despair. Just pause and look to the stars. The zodiac wheel is always spinning. And what that means is that each day it brings new energies for new starts, new blessings, new beginnings. And so you can start new each day, and the power of the stars will guide you. So remember, the stars don't control us nor compel us, but they add gentle power to our lives. They are our friends in the heavens and will guide us if we'll let their influence into our lives. So keep faith, hope, and love in your heart. Look to the stars and find the power to start again. Guys, I want to say thank you. Thank you for being here. I hope that these horoscopes have been helpful for you today. And if you would, tell me in the box, in the info box below, or the comments box, excuse me, you know, what's your zodiac sign? Do you feel like you're a zodiac sign? If you're a cusp sign, tell me about that. I'd love to hear about that. In fact, we're going to do a special on cusp soon, so we'll have that coming up probably in the next week here. But I want to just thank you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being part of my channel. Listen, if you want to help me out, please like this video, favorite it, share it with your friends, hit subscribe. I really need the support. YouTube is actually trying to sabotage my channel. It's a long story, but I need your support. I need you to show visible support. Liking my videos, favoriting, commenting on them, passing them around, posting them on Facebook. Anybody who wants to post my videos anywhere is welcome to do it, okay? So I don't mind. The only thing is that you cannot edit them, keep them in their entirety, okay? So please help get the word out about Spirit Channel. Tell YouTube, no, we're not shutting down Psychic Bob. Anyways, thanks for being here. I love you guys. Listen, keep it here. We'll be back here tomorrow on Tuesday. Messages from the spirit world. So you don't want to miss that. Message for those of you new, that's where I do little mini psychic readings for people that write to me. So if you didn't see it, see last week's video. It's on every Tuesday, Messages from the Spirit World. Well, guys, listen, thanks for being here. Again, I love you. Sending blessings to you. We'll see you here tomorrow. And until then, may you always, blessed